XFM News. On point.
The news on XFM. I'm Chris or Tim. Ugandan President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has warned presidential candidates against campaigns that violate the COVID-19 guidelines. Museveni, who was referring to the recent arrest of the NUP presidential flag bearer Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu and his counterpart of the FDC, said that presidential candidates have no impunity and they should not continue to flout the COVID-19 guidelines.
We should not have a country of rioters. It is the duty of everybody to keep the peace. If the Honorable Kyagulanyi was arrested, his supporters should have waited for him to go to court, as he eventually did. The idea that Honorable Kyagulanyi or any politician is untouchable because he's a politician, and if police legitimately arrest him, there will be riots, is not acceptable and must never be repeated.
Museveni also warned the public against rioting and attacking armed personnel, as it was 2 weeks ago, which resulted into the shooting dead of 32 rioters.
It is criminal to attack security forces by throwing stones or attempting to disarm them. In that scenario, the police will legitimately fire directly at the attackers if they fail to respond to the firing in the air. Many of the upcountry police groups are not equipped with anti-riot equipment, shields, batons, water cannons, rubber bullets, etc., and should not be, because we should not be a country of rioters that every police post must have anti-riot. Why should we be like that? Why? Keeping law is everybody's duty. It's not a favor. You are not doing anybody a favor when you keep the law. You are obliged by the Constitution to keep the law.
Buyaga West Member of Parliament Barnabas Tinkasimide has warned the police against the continuous blocking of rallies for the NUP presidential flag bearer Robert Kyagulanyi. Tinkasimide says these actions are done in broad daylight and will attract a sympathy vote for the candidate. He adds that the move also breeds hatred between the public and security agencies.
By making sure that those who are in charge of security, they calculate every action. Because if you calculate very well the consequence of your action and you say you see that this is likely to cause you trouble, you stop it. You don't even go for it. Like for instance, they had to arrest Bob Wine. Bob Wine, as a result, he had broken COVID-19 guidelines. Had they left him, 70 people who died as a result of his arrest, would they have died? Has the COVID-19 killed any of such a number in a day in this country? It has not. Killing 70 people in 2 days, it's too much.
The head of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, Lieutenant Colonel Edith Nakalema, has asked teachers and parents to instill morals in children for a corruption-free society. Nakalema says corruption is a result of moral decadency in society, which can be termed during the upbringing of children. She calls on traders and parents to be exemplary.
We are appealing to the parents to live exemplary lives before their children, to teach their children or to teach our children to shun corruption of every nature, be it telling lies, being choosing a colleague, let us teach our children good morals. Why corruption is high, in my view, is because of the moral decay in our nation or nations, the whole world. Moral decay. And on that note, I want to appeal and request the religious leaders of all sects to preach the gospel of truth, but also to be living examples of how one can live a straightforward life or to take a right path.
In world news, U.S. President-elect Joe Biden has appointed an all-female senior press team in what his office claims is a first in the country's history. The team will be led by Kate Bedingfield, former Deputy Campaign Communications Director for Mr. Biden. Jen Psaki, who was President Barack Obama's White House Communications Director, will be the press secretary. Mr. Biden has promised to build a diverse administration that reflects the country. Now in sports, Tottenham Hotspur are a pony who are not in the title race, said boss Jose Mourinho, as his side returned to the top of the Premier League table. Spurs drew 0-0 at Chelsea with a disciplined performance to go above Liverpool on goal difference. This is the first time Tottenham have finished today top of the league after 10 or more games since January of 1985. A draw is usually a positive thing. My dressing room is not happy. This is the best thing, he said. It is fantastic. It is a complete change of mentality and personality. And that's the latest XFM News.
XFM News on point.